Our first talk will be lighthearted to get us started, so you won't necessarily have to think too deeply about it, but you should enjoy it. Behind the scenes of the great TikZlings Christmas Extravaganza. Ulrike and Gert Fischer, Carla, Maggi, Paulo, Cereda, and samcarter. They're going to come up here and dazzle us.
Silence the phones.
Yes, please. The chair is always right, so please silence your phones if you haven't done so already. Right.
The slide.
So we've taken first place to be the guinea pigs anyway, and if something goes wrong, it will hit us, and not the more serious. Here it is. Good morning to Bonn. Welcome, everybody. This is the weirdest moment of the conference. The person speaking just now for about a minute or so is the only one in this room who doesn't know a thing about computing and can hardly get his iPhone working. All the same, I was asked to open the talk. You can see what it's all about. You see the curtain behind the scenes of the great TikZlings Christmas Extravaganza. We thought maybe we should dedicate it to our outgoing president because he's been a fervent supporter since the first year when we produced it. When was the first year? 2017. So it's been going on since 2017, and Boris Weizmann has been one of those who supported it right from the beginning, and we always got a favorable mention in his New Year's letter, and this is something which the new president, of course, will have to carry on, because this is an important tradition. So, it's not light. We're talking about the dark side of text and LaTeX, because you're doing serious things, and this isn't so serious, although, as you'll see in a second, there's some serious programming in the background. When the curtain rises, as it does every year around Christmas time, on the stage appear, Barbara would say, little critters. We prefer to call them inhabitants of the ecosystem of the TikZlings, which is somewhat nicer, and they move about and they sing and do strange things. Musste man den zweiten geben? Right, and those are the people behind the scenes. We've got, it's down there. Oh yeah, this is clever, whoever devised that. So it's samcarter. There she is, and she'll do most of the talk. And we've got world-famous Paulo Cereda, Ulrike Fischer, Carla Maggi, and obviously you can see Professor Van Dijk. He's always supporting her. Then it's my little self, and then we've got a very important assistant. This is Bear, together with Il Professor. It makes sure that we keep contact with the TikZlings, because we are only humans and we don't really know about all that. And I should also mention that if you look at all the extravaganzas of the past, we've always had collaborators. This is sort of the kernel of the team, but anybody who likes that is invited to produce their own little films, and they'd be included. And we have had some friends who did it in the past. I remember Plurgux, who else was there, who did something for us? Mahmoud helped us. Yes. Anyway, you are invited. So this is the people whose fault it is that you'll be seeing this talk, and at the very end there will also be a little film, and we hope you enjoy it.
So, I should explain how it started. It started, like many things in my life, that my husband had an idea, which means I should do something. And naturally, Bear supported him quite enthusiastically. As he said, he has no idea about videos or about tech or about something with computer, and so I had to start it. Naturally, but then some very artful and detailed storyboards were created, quite large lists. I only show a few examples. You see there quite detailed. Obviously, one has to know what should happen in these scenes. At the top, there is a title with a short descriptions, lots of points to describe the ducks, and at the bottom, the music that should go along with the scenes. Everyone is invited to find out in which video these scenes were at the end. The middle, if you can't read the script, in the middle you see a Queen duck and Land of Hope and Glory, lots of ducks of all sorts, Christmas ducks, many, and the Vienna boy. So, Paulo, it's your turn. Paulo should come. Paulo. Paulo is for the next. There you can go.
So there was this beautiful morning that I got an email in my inbox asking for some help in an interesting project, and it was quite intriguing, but we decided to bite the bullet and see how things would turn. Of course, as you all know, every journey starts with just a few steps, so we simply, like we did a walk in the dark to see what was going to happen, and the rest is history.
They asked me to comment the slide because I match all these points, and I can also add my English is poor, and so the philosophy behind this slide is it doesn't matter if you don't know anything, you can learn. And you can learn having fun. And if you learn having fun, you will never forget what you learned. So have fun. And we can go.
So we created many scenes, as you guys saw, Gert's storyboards and the former slides, a couple of slides back. And since this was new for all of us, we had to use some sort of some sort of ad hoc solution to it. So we create separate scenes. They had no audio. We created the intermission cards, and then we had the soundtracks for each of those little scenes, and we had to put them together. Back then, I used to have an iMac, and I had iMovie installed. So I did pretty much a manual video edition, and put all of those scenes in place. I had to align both video and audio, of course, according to each soundtrack. and intercalate those things with an intermission card. So that's basically how the first video was composed. Of course, I exported it to a proper video format. I did some encoding to decrease the file size, and then we had at least our first experiment in this project. So of course, since I uploaded to my personal Vimeo account, Ulrike and Gert, they offer me the possibility of announcing it. So we told everybody that we had this wacky video there, and of course it was fun, it was interesting. I think it was one of the first times people actually used PDF for doing some step-by-step animation, but it was a pleasant experience overall for us.
And the next year we got professional, because the people we made the present for the TikZlings video decided to join the team, and now she will explain what we are doing now.
Okay, let's get technical and look behind the scenes how we use LaTeX to produce the video. The basic idea is that we produce a multi-page PDF and convert this into a video to get an animated movie. First, let's look at how we produce the PDF. There are many possible ways. The way we use most is a combination of Beamer and TikZ. We use Beamer because it makes it easy to use the overlay mechanism to repeat the image with small modifications. And TikZ makes it easy to position the elements on the page. If you would like to know how we did a particular scene, we have all of our source code on GitHub. Here you can see the address where you can find the source code. Showing the real source of a whole scene might be a bit long for this talk, but here's a short version. As you can see, we use Beamer and use the pause command from Beamer to create multiple pages. And we use TikZ to position the small little bat here, and we position it depending on the page number. So when you create multiple pages, we get this animation. Okay, what doesn't? Yes, now it's moving. Okay, now that we have a multi-page PDF, we need to somehow convert this into a video. The first step is to convert this into a pixel graphic. We choose PNG as a format because many of our actors, the TikZlings, consist of simple geometrical shapes, and with these sharp edges, PNG is well suited because it does not introduce any artifacts. There are many different approaches one could use to convert the PDF into images. The most widely known is probably the convert command from ImageMagick, but this is a bit heavy on the CPU of the computer. So after a bit of experimentation, we now use PDF to PPPM from the Poplar ecosystem. This is a bit easier on the computer because it takes one page of the PDF, converts it into an image, takes the next page and so on, and doesn't read the whole PDF. So after the conversion, we have a set of numbered PNG images. To convert them into a video, we use FFmpeg. This combines the individual images into a video and also adds our selected music to it. The result is an MP4 file, but this sometimes had difficulties on some operation system and some media players. So to make sure that the video really works, we pipe it through Handbrake. This does some magic to the encoding and whatnot to prepare the file. So in the end, we have one small video for every scene of the Extravaganza. Now you probably don't want to watch 20 scenes as individual videos, so we want to stitch them together. As Paulo already mentioned, we started out by using iMovie from macOS. But during the years when we repeated this process, we redefined our requirements. We need to add some transition between the videos so they are more pleasant to watch. We would like to adjust the volume of each video individually so that not one clip is very loud and the other is barely hearable. And something we noticed in the process, we really want to have this scriptable. In iMovie, we had to manually drag and drop the files and arrange them. That's okay if you produce the video once. But in a project of this size, it turns out that even if you think you have the finished video, you find a typo or you find some other small problems at the last day and have to redo the video. And that's much easier if this is scriptable. So now we use the Python package MoviePy. The script to merge the videos is a bit on the longer side. If you would like to see the details, they are available on our GitHub page. And after using this tool, we again have an MP4 file with all the videos combined. And then we again pipe the videos through Handbrake to fix any possible problems with encoding and also to reduce the file size quite a bit, which is nice when we want to share this online because not everyone would like to download a very long file. And as Paulo already mentioned, our platform of choice to share the video with all of you is Vimeo. If you would like to catch up on recent videos from the last years, maybe you missed one, we have links to all the videos on our GitHub page in the TikZlings organization.
Well, that was great. We have a minute or two. If you don't have a question, you could always think of a suggestion for next year. There's still a little time to work on it, I think. Does...
Very impressive. I'm wondering, sort of, you just talked about the sort of technicalities. How many images are you actually generating in order to produce a video of that length? How many images are we looking at to actually?
Okay, so 25 images per second, and this is around about 1,000 images for every scene. So make it 15 or 20 scenes per extravaganza, a lot of pages.
So in TikZlings there is also native support for animations using the DVI SVGM backend. Have you thought about using that to create your animations?
Thought, yes. I'm not sure how to combine it with the audio and convert it to video. So if you know how to do that, you're really welcome to join us for the next extravaganza.
Well, thank you, everyone. Like I say, it's always enjoyable.